have students come to you to compare and contrast what you're teaching.
I promise you that is going to be one of the fastest ways you get canceled in this community. If you are a student or the type of student that has been with a good elder, someone that has trained you, taught you, takes their time with you, has shown up for you, helped you progress in life, and yet you go around asking and investigating and going behind their backs to get things done or do things or learn, telling you you're going to get canceled because it's going to be seen as un falta de respeto. It's going to be seen as being very disrespectful and lacking of ethics and definitely lacking of loyalty. And I say this because I'm getting tagged in Lalani's video. She commented on Sancita Brujo Luis's video about this very subject. And the subject is how it feels very weird when you are a teacher and you teach a certain way. It has worked, it's worked for all of your students. And then you go ahead and find out that your students are going around to other members and teachers of the community, asking questions and comparing how they teach with how they teach. Imagine it from the perspective of that said teacher or elder. Because people that are in the case of the student, they're not going to see it from that perspective of the teacher or elder. They're going to see it as, well, I'm just trying to learn. I'm just trying to resolve. I'm just trying to make sure things get done. But that level and sense of impatience, it's kind of selfish. You're not factoring in the feelings of the very elderly teacher who is taking their times to help you in your life. And that's why it's disrespectful. And it's not ethical. And the only thing it's going to result in is separation between the elder and the student. It's going to also create problems and chaos. It creates chismes sometimes. And it even leaves the student even more confused. Because let's say you're that student, right? Let's say you're the one that has an elder that's really good. You go to them. They give you an answer to a question. Now imagine you go ahead and go around to different elders within the same community to ask the same question. How do you think that looks? Put yourself in the teacher situation. You know what that says to the teacher? That you don't trust them, despite all the help that they have given you and helped you in your life. And that's why a lot of elders and teachers end up feeling betrayed and not even trusting any new students that come along. And that's why they tend to hoard information as well. Because why should they teach and give information to people that are just not even going to appreciate it? Because they're going to go out and go elsewhere regardless and not care about all the work and investment that they put in to help this person in their life. And I talk so passionately about this because this is something I've consistently continued to see time and time again for years and years within this community. And it forces people to be very selective as to who they want to bring in and teach. And another point to bring up in relation to being a said student going around and asking around. Let's say you do that and you get different answers, okay? Which answer are you going to believe? The one of your elders or the one of the other teacher? So you see how right there you just put yourself in the bind, you put yourself in the pickle, and you put yourself in a world of confusion. There's a very famous saying that we have in Lucumí. Un perro tiene cuatro patas, pero uno solo camino. A dog has four legs, but only one path. I actually have that signal or that sign in which that famous saying is part of. And it's really a type of saying in which you have to be decisive, that you're going to be pulled in so many different directions in life. And you're going to have so many different possibilities, but you have to stick to one choice. You have to stick to one path. You need to stick to one teacher and trust that that one teacher, that one path, that one thing that you're going to do is what's going to be what's right for you. When you go ahead and hop and you go in so many different directions, you're pulling yourself in so many different ways. And you see how that doesn't create stability in your life? That just creates you being in a free flow, not being on stable ground. That honestly results in you not even having a set footing in anything. So please, people, remember that this community is very small. And how you choose to navigate will always come to light. And make sure the way that things find out of how you choose to navigate, let it be always in a good way that reflects positively on you, not something that's going to reflect negatively on you. And jumping around place to place, going behind your elders and teachers' back, comparing and contrasting what is done here, what is done there, that's not going to look good. It's going to get you canceled and quick.